Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have finally been able to select a couple of books, and by couple I mean a lot of books that I want to finish before the year ends. The year is ending, it's almost 2018, we're in the last month, and it's kind of a weird feeling because I just don't remember what did I do this. I remember I had a lot of fun. I remember it's been a happy year, but I don't remember it. I just don't. That's funny. And I just feel like it's only been a couple of hours and 2017 is ending. Am I the only one? Let me know I'm not. But yeah, so I have a couple of books, like I said, that I want to finish before the year ends. And I want to show you some. Just know that the number of books that I'm showing you right now is lesser than the number of books I actually want to read before the year ends. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stick to this pile, but these are the top ones that I actually really want to read. The thing is that I received quite a few review copies from various publishers and authors, which I'm yet to review and submit it. But I've been unwell for most of November and partially in October, so I could not get a lot of reading done those 2 months. So, which means a lot of time went by and I wasn't able to complete my pending work as well. So, my top priority right now is to read and finish those review copies, send in my reviews, and then move on to the books that I bought for myself. So, that's how it's going to be, and I'm going to show you the books in that order. But yeah, I have a lot more on my list than just these books. I'm not sure if I'm going to talk about those, but this is what there is right now. So let's just get into it. Alright, so I'm already reading a book which was sent to me for review, and I have been talking about that on my Instagram. And once I'm done with that, I would like to start with the next two that I received. One is Life Behind the Bars by Virendra V. Vaishnav. This I received from Columbia Publishers, London. And it's about the author and his experience in the jail where he was wrongly put into. He was accused of something that he hadn't done, and he was sent to jail for something that he hadn't done. So it's also about that, how he split from his family because of all the turbulation that were happening, and it's just the synopsis seems very sad and very tragic, but I would love to know what actually happened, and because it's a true based story, I would like to know what happened and why did he end up in jail, and if he was able to move out of it and how and whatever. So it's quite an intriguing story. So this is the first one. Then another one that I received from the same publisher is called The Reluctant Trooper by Malcolm Price. This is based on English Civil War and how it not only affected the ones who were directly involved, but also the ones who were indirectly involved. And the story is from a perspective of a particular family. So a very interesting timeline, a very interesting basis. I'm just quite intrigued to get to know about this book, and I would start reading it soon. I have 2 or 3 more review copies which I received, but I cannot really talk about them at the moment. But the plan is to finish these two in the next 2 days. I'm hoping I'd finish my current 3 today and then finish these two by tomorrow or day after. And then start with the other 3 books that I've mentioned, which I've not mentioned rather. And once I'm done with my review copies, I would like to continue reading what I have been. So I paused a few current reads to get to my review copies and submit my reviews like I mentioned. So one of the books that I paused is Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. This I started reading as a group buddy read with a couple of Bookstagram friends, and it's a beautiful book, beautifully written. I actually really like it, but every page is so emotionally heavy and it's so tragic. I'm not really in that space or in that head zone to continue reading a book like this. Not that it's a bad book, it's a beautiful book, and I actually really want to continue reading this and just know what really happens. It's the author's debut novel, and it's just beautifully written. I can't tell you how amazing the book is, but like I said, I'm not in that headspace. I'm hoping that I will be in that zone quite soon. I will be able to finish it before the year ends. I really want to know what happens next and what's happening and how does the book end, but it's just so heavy to read, and it's a very difficult book to consume. So that's the only thing. Next, if you've been following me on Instagram, Goodreads, and elsewhere, you'd know that I read Flawed by Cecilia Ahern, and I surprisingly quite enjoyed it. It's not really a book that Cecilia Ahern usually writes. It's not as warm and fuzzy as her books are, and that's one of the reasons I used to pick up her books, was because whenever I used to read a lot of tragic books, a lot of heavy books, I would like a warm and fuzzy read to just break that pattern and just have a happier book to read. But when I picked up Flawed, I honestly had no clue that it was a very different form of dystopian novel that she's written. But I quite enjoyed it actually. I really liked it because I was able to get the core of the concept, and I was just very pleasantly surprised to have enjoyed it so much so that I actually ordered the next part. Another thing that I wasn't aware of was that it was a duology. So as soon as the book finished and I realized that there's a continuation, I just straight away ordered it. But it came 2-3 days after, and meanwhile I started reading another book, so there was a gap in between. But the book is perfect by Cecilia Ahern, and I do want to finish this, start reading it at first and finish the series because I really want to know what happens next. It was a beautifully written book, and I hope that I would like this as much or more. So that's another one. Actually, after finishing Homegoing, before starting any other book, I would love to read We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. If you've seen my October book haul, I think I had mentioned that Apurva, my friend, had sent this copy. This is her own copy, and she sent it to me, which was a beautiful thing because I had been trying to get this copy for myself for so long, but then either I would keep forgetting or I'd be too lazy. I don't understand what happened, but I didn't have this book, and I kept telling her that, and she just sent me her own copy, which is so great. So I really want to read this, and so I realized that I want to read it as soon as I finish Homegoing. But if I feel like I will be taking more time to finish Homegoing and it might be carried forward to 2018, I would rather read all my review copies and then start with this one, because this I want to read as a solo read. I don't want to read it with other multiple reads, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one, and I hope I enjoy it. Up next is also a book that I have included in my very first giveaway, which is a blog birthday giveaway. I'm not sure if it's going to be still on by the time I upload this video, but I am filming this on the, what is today? Is it the 4th or the 5th? I don't know. But the giveaway ends on the 6th. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to upload this video before that. But the book is Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. Heard so much about this. It was a Man Booker shortlisted book, and I have heard a lot about the author, but I haven't really read any books by him. But I've heard so much about this book. I honestly don't know what the book is about, because I remember some booktuber mentioning that the synopsis of the book does not match with the story, and for all those people who have read the synopsis before they went into the story, they did not really enjoy it. So I don't want to spoil that, because she did mention that the story is beautiful, but the experience could be spoiled if you read the synopsis before. So I absolutely have no clue about what the book is. Yeah, so also this book has been selected as a December book club read. I am a part of a book club on Goodreads called the Indian Readers, and everybody decided Exit West. I was so happy, but now I'm not sure if I'll be able to read this one, because as I've mentioned, I already have 4 or 5 view copies, and there's Homegoing, and there's We Are Okay. So I don't know what to do, but I might just start with this tonight. I'm hoping that I will be finishing with my current read before that, and I might just start and read maybe a chapter or two before I call it a day. So I don't know, but this is one book that I really want to read before 2018. Another Man Booker longlisted or shortlisted, I can't remember. Oh yeah, longlisted, is Home Fire by Camilla Shamsi. Beautiful synopsis. I did read the synopsis, but I can't remember. But I think it's about somebody who leaves her or their hometown and flees to America, and it's something to do with that. But when I heard about this book, I was immensely excited and enthusiastic, but I think I had a couple of more books to read at that point of time, and I wasn't in a headspace to read another emotional story. I think this is emotional, but I've heard a lot of great things about this book, so I really want to read this one before 2018. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, because December started, I have a lot to do, but let's see. This is something that I want to read before 2018, so I just might. In case you're wondering, I did participate in the Goodreads reading challenge, and I finished my challenge a month or two back. I think last month, So I set a challenge for myself for around 50 books, because during the beginning of the year, I was actually quite busy with a lot of work. But if you follow me on my work page, which is Inara Shoes on Facebook, I had posted a video explaining how my health got really bad and I was supposed to pause my work and concentrate more on that, but because I always need to do something more productive, things that I actually like and enjoy to make myself cope up with my health and everything, I started blogging more seriously. So that's how I got into book blogging and everything. But yeah, because I was so heavily busy in the beginning for most of the year actually, that I selected only 50 books, but I've read about 55 or 56 books. So that means I'm quite chill, but these are the books that I actually wanted to read this year, but I wasn't able to because of a lot of other reasons and mainly because of my health. So yeah, moving on to the next one. Now the next is Red Haired Woman by Orhan Pamuk, and I have heard a lot about him, and I hope that I actually like him and doesn't end to be a situation I had with Murakami. I'm not sure if you've seen the video, but I had posted a Biblio thoughts on Men Without Women, which was my first by Murakami and definitely my last by him. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't turn out to be the same situation, because I'm actually even more excited about this book than I was about Men Without Women. So yeah, that's another one. And I don't even know what the book is about, but I've heard great things, so I just want to read it. Now the last book that I want to show you now, but definitely not the last that I want to read before 2018, is Urgent by Dan Brown. I had pre-ordered this book. I was so excited when it came. My dad's already read it and I'm not sure if he likes it or not, but I really want to read it. I think I've read all books by Dan Brown so far. Yeah, I might not remember most of them because I read them like years back. So I think I mixed a couple of books in my head, but the last I read was Inferno and I don't really remember much of that either, but I'm still quite excited to read this one. And yeah, so like I said, I have more books that I wanted to talk about, but I don't want to seem too ambitious on video. But I have a lot of ebooks as well. There is Let's All Be Feminists, or We Should All Be Feminists by Adichie. That's something I want to read before 2018. Then there's, what else was there? And there's Stillhouse Lake, I believe that's the name, by Rachel Keane. That's something I wanted to read. Then there's Stranger in the House by, what was her name? Shari Lapina. That's another one that I want to read, but I don't have an e-copy or a physical book of that, but that's still on my list. So yeah, a lot of more books that I want to finish before 2018. I hope that I'm able to finish at least these and maybe one or two of the other books that I haven't mentioned, or amongst the three that I've just mentioned. But yeah, if you have a December TBR, or if you have a list of books that you want to finish before 2018, even if you think that you won't be able to, but it's on your list, let me know down below in the comment section. And if you've read any of these, and if you think that I should pick a few books before the others, so let me know. That will be quite helpful. But yeah, I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one.